Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Here tonight as we get set for homecoming, as Herscher comes to town to take on the Wilmington Wildcats in a game that appears to be relatively one-sided here tonight. But we'll see. You know, you have to play these games and see kind of what happens. And for Herscher, the participation numbers aren't there like they have been in the past. For Wilmington, there's a bunch of people out. The Cats are now ranked number 1 in the state in 3A. And Herscher coming in tonight to try to get something started against this Wilmington Wildcats football team. And to do that at homecoming in the midst of a pretty decent stretch for the Wildcats is a uphill battle at best for the Herscher Tigers tonight.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting thing. The Herscher started out the year pretty strong. Last couple weeks, they've kind of dropped off. And it's probably because of the lack of participation. They don't have the numbers to have the backup guys that they need in order to stay with teams. So it's going to be a real trial for them tonight, I do believe.
Yeah, they're around 30 or so on this varsity roster, and that might be stretching it a little bit. So the Tigers coming in tonight trying to stretch things out a little bit and maybe push the Cats defensively out on those and see if they can get something going. But for Herscher, they're going to need to get things going in the right direction in a hurry. And the problem for the Tigers, especially with a team that's not so big, is Wilmington will run the football, and run it some more. And they don't care if they get 3-4 yards at a time. Every now and then they'll break one free, and then you got what you got.
Yeah, they love that 4 yards in a clip. They can run the ball all night and control the clock, and that's the name of the game for Wilmington.
So the Cats back at home to take on the Herscher Tigers. Are about 14 minutes or so away from opening kick here tonight as Wilmington Wildcats Weekly rolls on. We do have a little bit of a weak signal here tonight. We're trying to work through that as much as possible, but unfortunately it kind of is what it is, so it might drop out on you from time to time here tonight like it's doing right now. We're going to see if we can quite possibly fix that up for you, but in the meantime, it just kind of is what it is. So we're going to go with what we've got, and hopefully we'll get things fixed for you next week. And hopefully tonight we'll get the thing to stay connected enough that we can actually keep this broadcast going. But we're going to work on that kind of as the night goes on. Wilmington Wildcats Weekly rolls on. We'll take a break. Be back with more in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous dirt worm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Back here tonight is Wilmington at home, getting set to take on the Herscher Tigers for homecoming. A couple other games going on throughout the area tonight. Streeter at 2-3 will be at 4-1 Peatone. Morris at 4-1 will be at 4-1 Sycamore tonight. JCA at 2-3 will be at 2-3 St. Ignatius. Lyle at 3-2 will be at 1-4 Braidwood. Mantino at 2-3 will be over at Coal City, who's undefeated at 5-0. Other 3A games kind of going on around the state. 4-1 Byron will be at 0-5 Mendota tonight. Bishop Mack at 2-3 will be at Wheaton Academy. He's 3-2. I know Bishop Mack's kind of up in 4A this year. Trying to see. I thought Williamsville was on here. They are. Williamsville at 5-0 will be hosting 1-4 Pleasant Plains here tonight. So we're just about set to get things rolling with our opening kick. We're about 10 minutes away from that. We do have to get to our interview with Coach Jeff Rains. We'll do that here momentarily. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. Welcome back here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Joined once again by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Rains. Coach, that's one of the oddest situations that I can ever remember seeing, starting the game on Friday and finishing it 2 days later on Sunday night. Kind of walk us through a little bit about what that experience was like.
Yeah, no, it was a couple things. As we traveled up there, we thought we might be able to get the game in at 5 o'clock, and as we're warming up on the field, we do see that there's a storm coming, and sure enough, when it gets to us, we had to leave the field, and at that time, we weren't playing very good football, and we're up 7-6 as we leave the field toward the end of the first quarter. And then you get together with their officials and their school officials, and you say, well, when's the best time we can play? Well, as we find out, because we play at Illinois Benedictine University, they had the field taken care of till Sunday night. And so I was very surprised, as I'm sure everybody else was, that we had to go back up there on Sunday. And so it's a very unique situation. As I'm not a big fan, obviously, of playing on Sunday at all. But that opportunity did present itself. It was either that or play Monday, and we wanted to get it done on Sunday, both teams. And we were able to come back, and the kids woke up a little bit more on Sunday, and we played a pretty good football game.
Was that a benefit from seeing that first half or first two-thirds of that first quarter and then being able to make some sort of adjustments?
I think both of us had the opportunity to do that. We did make a few adjustments to what they were doing to us, and I'm sure they did too. I mean, they looked at the film just like we did. And but I think the biggest thing that changed for us is our kids just started playing better and woke up a little bit more and didn't fall for the trap game of being in Lyle. And so, but they're a good ball club, and I hope their quarterback's not hurt, because if he's not, I look for them. We could possibly play them again in the playoffs.
That was a tough physical game. There are a couple of moments during that game that we were wondering, okay, who else is going to walk out?
Yeah.
And I know there's a couple of situations where I'm assuming some timeouts and some other things were kind of in there for guys that were trying to come out, and you're trying to get other guys subbed in and trying to figure that out.
No, you're exactly right. We're exactly right. And we'll that was a thing that we always try to do a little bit, where our kids were dragging a little bit, and so we took some timeouts, and but overall they were pretty good. The one thing was, I'm sure you felt it too, being at the game, it was humid.
Yeah.
It was still humid that night, and so we were wearing down a little bit, took some timeouts to make sure that we'd be all right.
Well, now you get to kind of flip that whole thing around. Talk a little bit about the other side of that, which is having a short week to go from that game and then get ready for Herscher.
Well, you're exactly right. You get back Sunday night at 10 o'clock, and usually that's a couple days of film watching we've already done. And you're as a high school kid, you're usually ready to go after 2 days after a game. And so there you are Monday, which is usually a pretty good work day for us. We had to turn around and we had to do just a nice, simple walkthrough on Monday, and the kids were out by 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then Tuesday, which is a big work day, Tuesday and Wednesday, that was kind of nowhere near as intense as we wanted. So Wednesday finally was a good first work day for us, and on Thursday, This week, we had to do a little bit more work than we usually do, just trying to put everything together because we were behind schedule.
What's the wrinkle that homecoming always throws into all
Well,
that?
John, we talked about this before. Everybody's a homecoming guy, except the head football coach. And there's no doubt the kids can't get distracted. I'm all about homecoming. I think it's great for your school district, great for the school, but it can be distracting, and so I hope our kids are focused, and I hope they're not looking past Herscher or anything else, because Herscher is definitely good enough for them to come in here and beat us.
All right, and then lastly, injuries. I know that thing's kind of been all over the map, and there's a couple going both ways here, so why don't you catch us up to date on that?
Yeah, we're fortunate to get Sanchez and Franzen back at practice on Wednesday. And so we'll see how they're doing on Thursday and see if they can play on Friday. I think they'll be able to play. Now, how much they play, we'll gauge that as time goes on. And then Humphreys is still going to be out for another week. And Luke Spangler, he got a little dinged up in his head on Friday, so we're probably going to hold him out of this one just to be on the precautionary side.
All right, Coach, good luck again tonight, and we'll talk to you once again in the postgame.
All right, sounds good.
Coach Jeff Freeth joining us here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. One more break. When we come back, we'll get to opening kick tonight between Wilmington and Herscher. We'll do that after this on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
Welcome back here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. About 3 minutes away from opening kick here tonight. They already have everybody out on the field in what is going to be a massive run-through, actually about 2 or 3 people deep all the way across. Not only that, the other night they said they had, I think, 25 motorcycles here, and they were going to try to double it to 50. And I think that they might get back to 25 or so. I'll tell you this, there are a lot of motorcycles in the end zone.
Keep coming.
I don't know if they doubled it from last week or not, but there are plenty of people out there, that's for sure. As the Cats will get set to come down
That's a huge crowd
through the woods here. I'm going to step out just for a moment. Trying to get a look over there in the end zone as the Cats will get set to come down through the tunnel. As we're back at homecoming for 2019 in front of a packed house, the #1 team in the state in 3A, as they'll get set to run down through that end zone. As, again, waiting for them, kind of like that dramatic take a little longer to run down through than it normally is. As
everybody's waiting.
You can probably hear at home the motorcycles are revving up as the Cats continue to wait to come down through that, and actually kind of letting Herscher wait on the far sideline as well. As normally, I think Wilmington normally runs down about the 1 minute mark, and we're about 20 seconds away from that. It's going to be rough tonight for the Tigers unless they can come out all cylinders going right off the bat here tonight. As the Cats come down and through those motorcycles in the end zone, and will sprint all the way out to the 40-yard line through that run-through that's 2 or 3 people deep. We have the cannon. There it goes tonight, if you hear that in the background. Fireworks going off in the distance. Cats sporting brand new jerseys tonight, too. They've got the gray jerseys with purple numbers on them. So, yeah, they're full blast tonight. Fireworks, cannon, motorcycles, new jerseys. I mean, everything going on.
The guys ought to be ready to play.
And as Coach Reentz said, the one thing you got to worry about, though, is keeping your attention on the opponent across from you. And that sometimes can be difficult amidst all the hoopla and distractions here at Wilmington. But we'll see how the Cats handle things here tonight. Big thank you to Breezer Construction Company for stepping up and sponsoring our pregame show once again this year. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate. We'll have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard. That's brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll take care of your first half stats as well. And our post-game show tonight brought to you by the Launching Pad. We just drove by there on the way in tonight.
Yeah.
Man, is that play? They've just done a phenomenal job over there. There are a ton of people out there taking pictures and doing all kinds of stuff. It looks really nice.
I think everybody in Wilmington is excited about it, and people from out of state, out of country. I was over there one day and looked on the roster. They've been taking signatures. Some people from Germany.
So the Cats will get set to kick off, and I think everyone in the press box can agree that these are our favorite jerseys to try to see numbers on, the gold on white jerseys. But we'll see if we can possibly decipher all of that here tonight.
Good thing you don't have my eyesight.
I mean, we're not that far away.
No.
And I still can't tell.
Ooh. You're going to have to read them.
All right, so set to kick things off here tonight is Alan Richards, the 6'1", 188-pound sophomore. Again, the Cats in brand new uniforms tonight. The gray jerseys with purple numbers and the traditional purple helmets and white pants. So a couple of Tigers back deep at their own 5-yard line. Kickoff going left to right here as we get this thing underway. It bounces all the way down to the 17. Picked up there across the 20. Out to the 28-yard line. On the return goes Cody Lunsford, the 6'1", 205-pound sophomore. And the Tigers will have it there, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Everything split out here. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. And out of the shotgun will be Blake Holm, the 6'1", 165-pound junior. Actually, a pretty young team for Herscher as well. 2 receivers to either side. 1st and 10 from the Herscher 28. Handoff comes up the middle, and that's going to go for a gain of a couple. Pretty good job of the Cats to kind of swallow that up. The run made by Evan Cox, the 6', 185-pound senior. And Herscher will have it 2nd down and 7. Actually, surprisingly enough, those jerseys are pretty easy to read the numbers on for Wilmington. I thought that was going to be a problem, but they're so big, the numbers.
That helps. And the white outline around the purple numbers helps too.
2 receivers to either side. Again, jet motion from the far side. Handoff goes to the back, and that's going to go nowhere. A host of Wildcats, like 6 or 7 of them back there to knock down Evan Cox. He'll lose about 4 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 11 for Herscher, and that's the spot that the Tigers cannot get in tonight. They need to keep positive yards, or else this could be a long evening.
Boy, I tell you, he didn't anymore get the handoff. And the first Wildcat hit him head on.
So 3rd down and 11 for Herscher. Ball back at their own 27-yard line. Clock runs, 10:35 to go here in our opening quarter. Trips receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Holm drops back to pass, rolls right side, fires down the sideline. It is caught all the way out to the Herscher 47-yard line.
Well, he had a good 4-yard lead on the guy who guarded him, and that was a simple pass.
I think it's impossible to see those numbers. But I believe that is Camden Burns, the 5'9", 165-pound junior, who ends up picking up 20 yards on 3rd and 11. 10:22 to go opening quarter. 1st and 10 for Herscher from their own 47. 2 receivers to either side. Holm out of the gun. 3 rushing the quarterback here. Pass is caught down to the Wilmington 45. Up the sideline it goes, and this could go for a touchdown. It will. Touchdown for the Tigers. It is a 53-yard touchdown pass. And it looked like Rodewald just didn't make the tackle. And just like that, Herscher into the end zone. And once again, it's next to impossible to see who it actually was. trying to glance on the sideline, but the Tigers will attempt the extra point here. 10:04 to go in the first quarter. That was way too easy off a couple of pass plays, and immediately the Tigers in the end zone. Good snap, and the kick here is good by Jacob Schultz, the 6'1", 165-pound senior. And Herscher leads at 7-0 over Wilmington. 10:04 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
Kickoff goes into the end zone for Herscher. Well, that's an impressive kickoff. And the Cats will have it first and 10 from their own 20 with 10:04 to go opening quarter. And I mean, Herscher scored in a hurry. Now, that's what we were saying in the pregame show. They have to come out connecting on everything, and they have to do that all night. But it's a good start for the Tigers, as Wilmington will have it first and 10 from their own 20.
Well, it's the same old problem. We've always had trouble with that pass play.
Well, and the thing is, the couple of passes they're connecting on are not long passes.
No.
They're just getting the ball out of there in a hurry. So back to the double wing here for the Cats. Keaton Hopwood under center. First and 10. Pitch comes right side, and that's Trey Shaw spinning ahead for about 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Wilmington. Actually, almost 2nd and 6. They give them close to 4 yards. And again, for the Cats, game plan doesn't change. Ball control, work that clock, get the ball in the end zone. That's pretty much the game plan all year.
Yeah, they don't change it.
Everybody packed in here for Wilmington. Rodewald to one side, Shaw to the other. A.J. Myers in there at fullback. Pitch goes to Rodewald, who takes it out for a gain of 2, maybe 3. And Wilmington will have it 3rd and a couple, close to 3 for Wilmington.
Yeah, we'll give them 3. It's 3rd down and 3.
So again, the Cats will take all kinds of time. A 40-second play clock once again this year, and that is a lot of time in between plays.
You think they'll leave that at 40 seconds? You think next year they'll change it?
No, they will, just because of it takes some of the officials so long to spot the ball. It just keeps the game kind of going. Pitch goes back to the left side, This is Rodewald, and he does not have a first down. Matter of fact, he's a good yard short. Picks up a yard or 2, and Wilmington's going to be forced to punt it away. And just like that, the Wilmington offense goes nowhere after the Wilmington defense gave up a quick touchdown. And that is not where you want to be if you're Wilmington here early.
Not the start they wanted. You got the Tigers have gotten off to a good start, exactly what they want to do, but boy.
Well, A.J. Myers will get set to punt it away here. And the kick is a beauty and fair caught at the 43 of Herscher on a slide. As that was made by Camden Burns. And the Tigers will have it first and 10. And so far for Wilmington, nothing doing. Almost coming out sleepwalking here in the first 3 or 4 minutes.
Looks like they're not tuned in yet.
So Herscher will have it 1st and 10. The Tigers, give them credit. They went right after it here early. And after a 3rd and 11, they picked up 20 yards to get a 1st down and then immediately got in the end zone.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what changes coach does on defense. He usually does a really good job of reading things and changing things around.
Now trips receivers over here on the near side. Yes. This is out of the Wildcat, basically. Off the near side goes Camden Burns. He'll spin ahead for 6 yards, but there is a flag down at the 46-yard line. As the flag, I believe, is on Wilmington. And, of course, Herscher will end up declining this after the gain of 6. Oh, it is on Herscher. He pointed the other direction on the other sideline, but it will be a false start on the Tigers, so back them up 5, and Wilmington catches it right there. Will make it 1st down and 15 after the penalty. They try to throw a little bit of a wrinkle in there with Burns just taking the snap directly. And now Blake Holm back in there at quarterback. So again, trips receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near, and 1 running back there as well. That's Evan Cox. 7:44 to go opening quarter, and Herscher leads at 7-0. So again, 3 down linemen for the Cats. And they'll send a couple, and getting back almost to the original line of scrimmage is Blake Holm as he's slung to the ground. A gain of 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11 for Herscher. Ball at their own 43-yard line. So again, trips receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Holm out of the shotgun here. It's Jones on the near side. As Holm jots back the pass, looks left side, fires up the sideline. That is incomplete. Out at the 47-yard line. That was intended for Camden Burns. And it will bring up 3rd down and 11 for Herscher. Now, the last time that the Tigers were at 3rd and 11, they picked up 20 yards.
Yeah, let's not repeat that.
So we'll see if Wilmington sends some extra pressure here. So far, for the most part, the Cats have been rushing 3 and blitzing every now and then, but now Wilmington seems to be loading up that line a little bit more. Again, trips receivers bunched to the far side. Holm out of the gun, takes the snap, rolls right side, looking downfield, still looking, and fires it incomplete on the far sideline. And that will bring up 4th down for Herscher. Good pursuit from the Cats defensively.
Yeah.
And Wilmington will be set to get the ball back.
Nice job by Holm just throwing the ball out of play. There was nobody open. Good defense by the Cats.
So again, back deep for Wilmington is Jack Narine at his own 20-yard line. And there's Logan Lunsford punting it away. More of a line drive kick taken at the 30. Narine across the 35 out to the 40. And Wilmington will start there 1st and 10. Well, last time around, the Wildcats went nowhere. There is a flag down over the side. Let me guess, sideline warning. And there it is. Is that the first one this year, the sideline warning? Rings used to get that thing about once a game. So there's the infamous sideline warning. That's basically useless for all of us. And Wilmington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. 6:39 to go in the first. Everything packed in here. So Hopwood up under center. In motion is Rodewald. Gets the handoff across the 40, out to the 44 before he's finally dropped.
Yeah. Looked like he tripped over somebody.
Yep, 2nd and 6. And actually, Wilmington's kind of lucky there because it looked like Shaw on the far side might have started a little bit early with Rodewald in motion, but nothing doing as far as a flag. 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington from their own 44.
Run the ball 4 times, and so far the longest we've got is 4 yards, twice.
So again, everything packed in here with Shaw and Rodewald and A.J. Myers in there. Off the right side it comes across the 45, out to the 47 goes Shaw. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 after a gain of. So far, Wilmington's offense has not done a whole lot. Now, again, kind of vanilla as far as what they're running, and I'm sure that's on purpose a little bit. Mix it up some more again later.
Now, Herscher's stacking everything tight on the inside, so there's no running room at all. But that can backfire. We found that out before.
So 3rd down and 3. Again, everything packed back in here. And everybody from Herscher jumps after the stop motion on the far side by Trey Shaw. So that will mark off 5 yards. Take it down to the Herscher 48-yard line, and Wilmington will have it there, 1st and 10.
Well, they've used that a few times each game. This time we got them a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 for the Cats from the 48 of Herscher. Again, everything packed in. Hopwood up under center. And the pitch comes near side. This is Shaw inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 more for Trey Shaw. Make it 2nd and 5.
That's our longest play from scrimmage, 5 yards.
And again, for Wilmington, it's been pretty basic. Just run left, run right. And seen no type of misdirection, no fullback runs, no double handoffs, anything like that. Cats just kind of running things pretty much straight up here so far. 2nd down and 5 from the 43 of Herscher. Everything packed in again. And dropping back to pass is Hopwood. Now tries to scramble away inside the 40. 35, Hopwood up the sideline inside the 30, and he's thrown out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It probably should have been a flag, but Hopwood comes out of there with it.
He got driven out of bounds, 1 man, and 2 more guys came over and hit him.
30-yard line will bring up a Wildcat 1st down.
A gain of 13 and a Wilmington 1st down.
And that becomes their longest play from scrimmage.
You could tell there Keaton was only going to get rid of that football if there was something unbelievably wide open down the field. And just went ahead and kept it and got the easy 1st down. 1st and 10 here from the Herscher 30. Out of the double wing. Here comes the pitch to Shaw off the right side inside the 30. Comes to the corner. Trey up the sideline. He's going to go for 6. My goodness, is that a lot of speed.
Wow.
Trey got to the outside, got the edge, and then just took off. So Shaw with a 30-yard touchdown run, and it's 7-6 pending the Wilmington extra point. Just so much speed once he gets to the outside.
You know, he turns that corner on the outside. Look out. Ooh, we forgot that cannon again.
And there goes the cannon in the end zone. Can you imagine whoever is living in those houses over there? Have to pick up all your pictures off the wall. Here's the kick, and that is good. So Alan Richards knocks it through, and everything tied up at 7 with 4 minutes to go opening quarter. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
So a kick here out of the timeout, taken up at the 24-yard line, out across the 30 to near the 35, and Herscher will start there 1st and 10. A return by Jones. And again, Wilmington kind of starting a little slowly here, but that last drive beginning to pick up some steam. Herscher scored right off the top of everything, but now they've slowed down a little bit. Trips receivers to the near side. There's one to the far, and now one back in the backfield with Holm as well. So Holm out of the pistol formation will pitch it far side. This is Lunsford. Spun away from one defender and will get a couple yards. Cody's still pushing the pile forward, and Cody Lunsford's going to get about 4. I mean, that's just good, tough running from Cody Lunsford.
Yeah, he's going to get 5 yards.
Give him 5 yards. Bring up 2nd and 5 for Herscher.
Well, it looked like he's going to be stopped for a loss. Turned a 360 and swung out of the arms of the would-be tackler. Carried the pile up 4 or 5 more yards.
Again, trips receivers to the far side. One back to the near. Cody Lunsford in the backfield to the left of Holm. Holm drops back, looking left side, fires over the middle. That is incomplete. And it will bring up 3rd down and 5 as Keaton Hopwood blew up that pass. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Herscher.
Come on, Wildcat fans, get on our feet. 3rd down here, ladies and gentlemen.
So 3rd and 5. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Again, out of the shotgun is Holm. As Herscher taking plenty of time here. Play clock down to 7. Everybody looking over toward the sideline. And now a timeout to the Tigers. 3:13 to go in the first. 7-7 game. 3rd and 5 for Herscher when we come back after this on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous Dirtworm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today.
3:13 to go here in our opening quarter. Next week, Wilmington will be back at home to take on Reed Custer. Same broadcast time of 6:40. As the Cats stand pretty close to home for the rest of the year. A couple of home games, a road trip to Coal City, which is basically a home game. And then they end out the year back at home against Piatone. 2 receivers to either side. Holm out of the shotgun. To his left is Cody Lunsford. As Holm will take the snap, drops back, pressured, and almost intercepted. Man, Sanchez jumped up in the air and knocked it down and almost came away with it. by the way, good to see Matt Sanchez.
Yes, it is. It's good
Back
to have him
out
back
there.
again.
You know, the Cats getting a few guys back as the year goes along. Trey Shaw came back, and now Matt Sanchez back out there too. It's good to see him on the defensive end of things. The Cats kind of slowly working some guys back in, coming off of injuries between this week and next week, trying to get everybody back healthy. And by the time they take on Coal City, of course, you want to make sure that you get wins over the next 2 weeks as well, not just looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah. Every game is important, isn't it?
Good snap, and the punt is a short one. In fact, goes straight up in the air. It bounces backwards and is down to about the Wilmington 45. That's going to be about a 15-yard punt. The guy on the near side has it marked at the 44. The guy on the far side has it at the 40. So they finally moving up to the 44-yard line because that was looking a little rough, but you managed to.
What was that?
I have no idea. I've seen a lot of football signals in my life. I have no clue what that was.
I have no idea either. What in the world was that?
You know, I know there's some obscure rules out there that I might not be familiar with, but I don't know what that was. So.
Looked like he was trying to fly, but his elbows were bent, so his hands were in front of him.
1st and 10. Handoff comes right side. This is Trey Shaw for a gain of a yard, maybe 2. And Wilmington will have it 2nd down and 8.
This is a really important drive for the Wildcats to establish themselves.
So Wilmington will try to keep things moving here. 2:35 to go in our first quarter, a 7-7 tie. I do realize that we're having some connection issues, and we're trying to work through some of that, but we'll just do our best here tonight and see if we can get back to it later and figure out what's going on. There's a little bit of stop motion on the near side for Rodewald. That draws another offside penalty, and that will move it out 5 more yards all the way out to the Herscher 49-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4 from there. Second down and a short 4. Again, everything all packed in here. Shaw to one side, Rodewald to the other. A.J. Myers in there at fullback. Pitch goes to Rodewald off the left side. Inside the 45-yard line, all the way down near the 42. And you can give Rodewald a gain of 7 yards and a Wilmington 1st down. And the Cats nice and patient moving the football here in the first quarter.
Nice job of Rodewald. He didn't get in a hurry. He went out wide. The defensive end can't stop him. He just cut back in front of him and picked himself up 7 yards.
So 1st and 10 from the 42. Handoff comes right side, gets all the way down to the 36-yard line. Gain of 6 more. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 for Wilmington from there.
Ooh. Is that Trey?
So to bring up 2nd down and call it 4 from the Herscher 36-yard line.
Well, they're all scrunched in that line.
Get everything packed in. Handoff goes up the middle, and A.J. Myers will get maybe a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Down to 40 seconds to go here in the opening quarter.
Well, they had that sniffed out. They had that stone wall up there. That's all he hit. He did get 1 yard out of it, and I'm not sure how he got that.
So 3rd down, we'll call it a long 3. Pitch comes right side. This is Shaw banging ahead near the first down marker. He'll pick up about 3 more. And Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from there.
First down, Wildcats.
Boy, the Tigers are making them work for it, but so far they're keeping the ball rolling. Keeping the train rolling, yes, we don't want the ball rolling.
And they'll wind the clock, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. All tied up at 7 between Wilmington and Herscher. And they'll take a break, come back with your second quarter in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quig League Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quig League Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quig League Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
So start of quarter number 2 as Wilmington and Herscher all tied up at 7. And the Cats will have the ball at the Tiger 31-yard line, 1st and 10 to get things started here in the second quarter. Again, Hopwood back up under center. Take the snap, now pitches it left side, inside the 30. Rodewald makes a nice move to the outside, into the 20, to the 10. Rodewald inside the 5, and all the way down to the 3-yard line. And Jacob Rodewald picks up 28 yards and a Wilmington first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Cats from there with 11:51 to go in the half.
Well, that was a nice job. I like the way he was going around the end and he took that left, kind of a left turn. Whistled around the right end and raced on down the sidelines. Good job by the Tiger defensive man in the corner and cut off the touchdown. Now it's time to take it in.
So 1st and goal from the 3. Pitch comes back to Rodewald, and he's in for another touchdown. So that'll make it 13-7 off the 3-yard touchdown run for Jake Rodewald. And just like that, Wilmington back up. I'm going to tell you, man, that cannon, when that thing goes off, good grief, run for the hills.
How'd you like to be those players right down there in that end zone?
I mean, speaking of which, can you imagine being in a war where
boy,
that's going off like, 1,000 times that every second?
How about Pickett's charge across Gettysburg?
I mean, my goodness, talk about noisy. There's a kick from Richards. That's good. And Wilmington leads it 14-7, 11:48 to go in the half. Back with more Cats football in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1000 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
11:48 to go in the half. 14-7 is the lead for Wilmington. We're trying to work on some of the connection issue things going on here. We're doing our best to make sure that we keep things going for you. I know it might drop from time to time, but we're going to keep things right on and rolling. So the kickoff comes to the 39-yard line for the Tigers. And they will start up there. 1st and 10. Herscher put the first points of this game on the board, and I mean right off the bat, as they went straight down the field off a couple of pass plays and made it 7-0. It's now 14-7, and Herscher has struggled to really move the football since that first drive. Not only that, but they're trying to get everybody in position here. Play clock rolling down to 10. I think they finally got everybody there. So trips receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Home out of the shotgun here. And he'll take the snap, chops back, fires far side, caught. And breaking a tackle is Camden Burns. He goes up the sideline, breaks another tackle, and he's all the way down to the Wilmington 43-yard line. That's a gain of about 18 yards and a Herscher first down. And the problem for Wilmington is that pass should have went next to nowhere.
It should have, yeah.
But Camden Burns is a hard runner. He breaks a couple of tackles, and now a late flag down on the far sideline as well. And I think this might be on Wilmington too. It is a personal foul on the Wildcats. It's going to go from the 43-yard line.
Oh, boy.
All the way down to what will end up being the 28-yard line. And, boy, Wilmington defensively having its problems so far tonight.
Yeah, they've not been sharp against the pass, that's for sure.
Well, and part of the issue is Camden Burns has done this twice now where he should have been stopped right after catching the football and just kept right on going.
They're hitting him, but they're not wrapping him up. Just hitting him on the thighs and expecting that to knock him down, but he's not going down.
Trips receivers to the near side and 2 receivers to the far. Blake Holm will be out of the shotgun here with 11:33 to go in the half. Holm takes the snap, fires it near side, and once again, Burns gets right by a defender all the way down to the Wilmington 22-yard line or so. It's going to be a gain of 5 to 6 more before Willis finally makes the stop. And speaking of people back out there tonight, Cody Franzen playing some defensive downs here after being out for an injury. Bring up 2nd down and 4 after a gain of 6.
Basically, the offense they've had is Mr. Burns.
And why stop?
I tell you what, he has been
I
it,
just
man.
keep throwing him the football.
He has definitely been effective.
So Holm out of the shotgun, drops back, looked at Burns, nothing there. Now Holm rolls right side, and he'll just run out of bounds way out near the 36-yard line or so, which is kind of interesting because it looked like he could have just gone up the sideline for another 3 or 4 yards.
36 or 26?
He just ran out at the 26, yeah. He probably could have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he just ran out of room and didn't realize where he was or what.
How many yards did he lose?
About 3 to 4, so bring up 3rd down and 7, close to 3rd and 8 with 10:42 to go in the half. The clock continues to roll down to 7 seconds on the play clock. Herscher down to 2 seconds, 1, and they finally get the ball snapped. Holm fires far side. That is incomplete. Good coverage
that was
out
really
there
good
for Wilmington by Matt Sanchez. They tried to pass it to Camden Burns, and Sanchez just ran out there and knocked it away. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he was stride for stride with him and had the inside, so good positioning by.
So Jacob Schultz out there to attempt this field goal, and believe me, he can get it there. kickoff went all the way into the end zone.
Oh, it sure did.
So they're going to set it down at the, the 33, which will make it a 43-yard field goal attempt. So we'll see what we get from Schultz here. This is a lengthy field goal. 43-yard attempt. That is not going to get anywhere near long enough, and it's also wide. And so the Wilmington defense holds with 10:34 to go in the half. Now, here's how that works. Since the ball did get into the end zone on the kick, it will come back out to the 20-yard line.
Well, it's the way it used to be in all the different leagues, but now not so in the pros.
So Wilmington takes over with 10:34 to go in the half. The Cats lead at 14-7. It's been kind of a slow, almost awkward start to this one. It's definitely been a slow start.
At least as far as the Wildcats are concerned, it's true.
So 1st and 10 from the Wilmington 20. Everything packed in again. In motion goes Rodewald, gets the pitch off the near side. Outside the 20, and broke a couple of tackles, gets out to the 22 or so before he's stacked up. I mean, there were a whole bunch of tackles broken there. The problem is there were a bunch of people still waiting for him. So it'll bring up 2nd down. Let's call it 8 after a gain of 2.
That right defensive end did a nice job of slowing him down. He grabbed a hold of his shirt sleeve and wouldn't let go. He finally pulled a step, but that time the rest of the defense had a chance to get there.
That's part of the problem, when you play some of these teams so much over the years that they kind of know what's coming.
Yeah, they do.
And at some point, a wrinkle here or there is what's required. Down to 5 seconds on the play clock. This is Keaton Hopwood. He breaks free up the sideline, and Keaton Hopwood might go all the way to the end zone, and he is gone. Keaton Hopwood on a 79-yard touchdown run, and that looked like there was nothing. I mean, he just kind of slowly took off, and then all of a sudden, there he goes.
Yeah, I wonder, where are they at? In the middle of a whole bunch of guys. Not once he popped out the other side, all the way down.
Wilmington leads at 20-7. Pending the extra point, and the reason I didn't get too crazy about that is because I didn't think that was really going to go anywhere. And then all of a sudden,
it looked like it was all bunched up.
He just kept going, and then he was gone. I'm talking about running away from people. Keaton showed his speed. And the kick here is good by Richards. And Wilmington leads at 21-7, 9:32 to go in our opening half. Take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
.932 to go in the half off the 79-yard touchdown run for Keaton Hopwood. Wilmington leads it 21-7. So Richards will get set to tee it up here, and Allen will approach, and he kicks it deep as well, all the way down to the Herscher 10-yard line. It was dropped there, now picked up across the 15, and that's not going to go anywhere as Wilmington chases that down, and Herscher will have it 1st and 10. They're going to move it all the way out to the near side official says the 19, and he never got to the 19-yard line, but, I guess that's being generous, although the two officials are discussing where they want to put the football, and they might split the difference. That's going to go back to about the 17. That's, quite frankly, the much better spot of the two. And so, 1st and 10 for Herscher. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Holm out of that shotgun. And jet sweep across. Handoff goes to the running back. Trying to.
Alan Richards on the tackle.
Richards.
2nd down and 8.
That was Evan Cox on the carry.
Oh.
They'll bring up 2nd down and 9 as Richards made the stop for Wilmington. So again, Richards to the left of Holm out of the shotgun here with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Trips receivers to the near side. Holm drops back, fires far side, incomplete, goes through the hands of the intended receiver for the Tigers as Cody Franzen knocked that away. And he'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Herscher from their own 18-yard line. Again, 2 receivers to the near side and 2 to the far. Holm out of the shotgun. To his left is Evan Cox. Wilmington showing 5 up front, maybe 6, depending on what happens here. 3rd down and 9. They'll send all 6, and Holm has no chance. Tries to throw it away. It's caught, but this is going to be for a huge loss. Back to the 10-yard line as Cody Franzen wrapped up everything. The pass was caught by Josh Kirsten, and I believe that was a loss of 9 on the pass completion. And now Herscher will have to punt it away as the punter back in his own end zone. So Jack Narine back deep here for Wilmington. Believe that's Logan Lunsford getting set to punt it away. Good snap. The kick from Logan is a line drive. This should be returnable. Narine picked it up at the 43, inside the 40. Jack inside the 30, inside the 25, and all the way down to the 23-yard line of Herscher. And Wilmington will have it there, 1st and 10. Good return from Jack Narine. So far, so good for Wilmington. It was a slow start, but now things starting to pick up speed a little bit. So again, the Cats taking their time getting these offensive plays in. Telling you, the combination between these two teams' jerseys.
Oh boy.
Doesn't make it all that easy.
I'm just letting you do it because I can't tell them.
So again, back to the double wing here with Shaw and Rodewald and Myers in there at fullback as Hopwood up under center. And Keaton rolls out to the left, looks downfield, has a receiver in the end zone, fires it up the sideline. It is it caught? It is.
What
it's
a pass.
caught in the back of the end zone. What a beautiful catch that was. And Jacob Rodewald comes down with the touchdown reception. I mean, that was a beautiful pass. 23-yard touchdown pass, and I mean, that thing was on the money. Wow. And they're going to have, what is that, an eligible receiver downfield on Wilmington? My goodness, and that's too bad because that was an unbelievable catch by Jake Rodewald.
Oh, I got all that stuff written down here.
The ineligible man downfield for the Cats, and yeah, you know, we got an extra round out of the cannon. So it'll bring up 1st and 15. I don't think anybody saw that flag. The reason was because it was thrown right in the middle of all the defensive line of Herscher, so there's almost no way you could see that thing. Well, that makes it 1st and 15 for Wilmington. Pitch comes back to Trey Shaw. Big hole. Shaw all the way down inside the 20 to near the 18-yard line. give Trey Shaw a gain of what looks like 11 or so to bring up 2nd and 4. Clock rolls down to 8 minutes as the smoke from the cannon kind of wafts over the field.
It's
turned into a foggy night all of a sudden.
It was hard enough to see the numbers as it was.
Can that be considered an unfair advantage? Oh, I guess both teams have to play. 2nd down and 5 as Hopwood up under center. Stop motion, got some movement, but no real false start from Herscher. Rodewald inside the 15, inside the 10, runs over a defender and gets all the way down to near the 5-yard line. What a run from Jake Rodewald. He ran over a defender inside the 15. The ball marked down at the 7, so it'll be gain of 11 more for Wilmington.
He's doing some tough running. And plus he's fast.
Boy, I just go back to that pass play. That was
amazing. That was
great
beautiful.
catch from Rodewald. That was a beautiful pass from Keaton as well.
That thing was probably about 28 to 30 yards in the air. Right on.
1st and goal from the 7. Everybody moves for Herscher on the stop motion, but we'll see what this is. It's a false start on Wilmington. So somebody on the offensive line moved for the Cats then. So I'll bring up 1st and goal from the 12. So again, the Cats moving the football. Matter of fact, scoring on this drive already. Called back for an ineligible man downfield. So this is Shaw inside the 10. Trey still going inside the 5 and gets down to around the 4, maybe the 3 before it's all said and done.
Man, he had
That's
a
a
bunch
gain
of guys
of
on him.
9 more for Trey Shaw.
He was carrying everybody.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal. The ball just outside the 2, actually almost to the 3-yard line, as Wilmington leads it 21-7 here over Herscher. The Tigers, let's give them credit tonight. They came out ready to play. They have not laid down in any sense of the word.
No, they've played with heart.
So 2nd down and goal, we'll say technically from the 3. Pitch goes right side, down inside the 1, and there is a late flag too. And I mean, that flag was a good 2 or 3 seconds after
everything was over.
The play was over, so we'll see what that is. And it will be a hold on Wilmington. That was Trey Shaw on that last carry, who got a couple, but then it's going to be moved back 10 yards. Cats kind of defeating themselves here in this drive. Had a great touchdown pass called back for an ineligible downfield. Now a holding penalty on what would have been 3rd and goal from the 1. Makes it now 2nd and goal from way out at the 12-yard line.
Got 15 yards plus a 23-yard touchdown called back.
Well, Matt Sanchez now checks in along with Dan Sanders, which is interesting because that means Wilmington goes to the air. Wow, look at this package. Trips receivers to the near side for Wilmington out of the shotgun. Am I seeing this right?
Is this Wilmington?
So Hopwood takes the snap, rolls left side, looks, fires near the end zone, and through the hands of, is that Matt Sanchez? Yep, down at the 2-yard line. And Keaton just threw it a little bit too far to the outside. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 12.
Yeah, it was off his fingers. He was going for it, but just a little bit. If it had been back about 4 or 5 inches more, might have gotten it.
So 3rd and goal from the 12. Sanchez checks back out. As
the play worked.
Barry had something to say to Matt Sanchez coming off the field. And bring up 3rd down and 12. Actually, 3rd and goal from the 12. No matter how you look at it, it's still 12. And that went nowhere. Keaton Hopwood's trying to get away. He needs to throw the ball away. Keaton trying to run away, just throw the ball downfield. Back inside the 30, down to the 25, and he's thrown out of bounds at about the 22.
Man, he had a whole
and
dozen times he could have thrown the ball
He
away.
ran the ball all the way back out to the Wilmington 40-yard line. And there is a really late flag. I mean, that's a good 10 seconds after the play is over.
Yeah.
And it's way back out at the 33-yard line.
In fact, the teams were walking back out to the field after the play was over.
Well, Keaton went to hand the ball off. There was nobody there. So he tried to spin away from the defenders and kept running backwards. Farther and farther and farther, and then tried to turn the ball back upfield. And he actually ran the ball another 20 yards, but never got anywhere near the line of scrimmage. And let's see what we got here. Personal foul, face mask on Herscher. And that is an absolutely huge call. And now we have a sideline penalty again on Wilmington, which would be the second one. So that would be offsetting penalties.
And start all over again?
The sideline, I think we all know how I feel about that sideline penalty.
I think we can just multiply that.
It's just insane. I mean, unless you're literally in the, you like flatten out a referee or something on the near side. Like the side judge, I mean, yeah, fine.
How do they decide where the ball is going?
So how is it offsetting third down and the ball's at the 15?
What did we do? we lost yardage on offsetting penalties.
So they went offsetting, right? And they went third down, but wasn't it at the 12-yard line? That's an odd situation right there. It definitely should be at the 12. There's no chance that this ball should be at the 15.
Almost the 16.
I mean, that's odd. Well, let's take a break and see if we can make some sort of sense of all this. 21-7 is the lead for Wilmington. 5:30 to go in the half. We're back with more here in just a moment.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred & Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred & Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred & Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
Well, on third down, Wilmington throws a pass into the end zone. It's deflected and intercepted, and then in the midst of all of that, a lineman for Herscher throws what seems to be a punch on the near sideline, and nothing? Well, that's interesting. So, 1st and 10 for Herscher. That was a very odd sequence of events that ended with what looked like a punch being thrown, and nothing happened. So Holm drops back, rolls left side, looks downfield, fires, and that's incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Back to the original 3rd down and 12 play, though. Keaton Hopwood tried to fire a pass over the middle. It was deflected at the goal line and then ended up being picked off in the back of the end zone. And during all of that, on the near sideline, somebody took a swing. And in the end result of all of this is Herscher has the ball 2nd and 10 from their own 20. 2 receivers to either side. In motion goes Burns. The pass to the far side is incomplete. And it'll bring up 3rd and 10. And the last thing you want to do if you're Herscher is give Wilmington any sort of excuse to get fired up about this game. Because Herscher kind of had this thing where they needed it. And now it seems like Hunter Doherty is rather fired up. And he probably should be. 3rd down and 10 has Herscher trying to convert here. If you remember, Wilmington scored a touchdown on that last drive, had a callback for a penalty. There were so many penalties in that, 5 combined in that last drive between the two teams. Holmes drops back, fires up the far sideline. It is caught and all the way out to the Herscher 35-yard line. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Tigers after a gain of, is that 13? They're going to mark him out at the 33. Boy, I can't believe nobody saw that. So I'll bring up 1st and 10 for Herscher. 5:08 to go in the half. Again, 2 receivers to either side. Holm out of the shotgun here. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, fires far sideline. That is incomplete. And really all Herscher is doing at this point is trying to run a receiver underneath, clear out everybody to the middle, and then come back to the sideline receiver. And they'll face 2nd and 10 here. There's another flag down.
Oh, come on.
I mean, there have been enough flags in this first half to, you pile them all up, you could reach a ways. What in the world is this now? Intentional grounding on Herscher.
Well, that took long enough.
Well, that was really late. I mean,
we're almost ready to call the next play.
Yeah, they're almost ready to run the next play. So, okay. So that'll end up being 2nd and 20 because it is a loss of down.
Why did he wait so long to throw it?
So again, out of the shotgun is Holmes. 2nd down and 20. Drops back, pressured up the middle. Pass is caught. And out across the 30, 35. I'll make that 25 out near the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 yards. And once again, slipping through everything is Camden Burns. Mr. Burns has been awfully tough to bring down in this first half.
Yeah, they should have had him back there again, and he got out of the grasp there.
He kind of just by himself has kept this thing going for Herscher's offense.
Yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got credit for 6 passes.
It's been almost all the offense.
Yeah.
So trips receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near, 4:20 to go in the half as Wilmington leads it 21-7. Holm out of the shotgun here. Takes the snap. And now will fire it deep down the right sideline. That is knocked down by Keaton Hopwood. Actually, pretty good job of coming back and defending the pass by Josh Kirsten. And it will bring up 4th and 17 for Herscher. And Wilmington will get the ball back with plenty of time to get another score before the half.
If they could get one more score before the half and straighten this mess out.
We've seen some strange things over the last couple of weeks. You can add this game right in the middle of the mix.
This has really been confusing.
It's been bizarre at times. But Again, back deep for the Cats is Jack Narine. And another flag down. And this is going to be a fake punt up the far sideline, and it's going to be enough for the first down if, in fact, it actually stands. And we'll see as
looks like it's
the punter, and that could have been. I mean, there was all kinds of room over there. It's a gain of about 20 yards and would be a first down pending, but I don't think this is going anywhere. It is either an illegal formation or a false start, depending on how you want to look at it, on Herscher, and that's going to back it up. It was a great idea.
Oh, it caught everybody flat-footed. I mean,
it was a fantastic idea because there was nobody over there. But, again, the reason nobody got too excited about it was because we saw the flag back at the beginning of the play.
Right, yeah. And it was thrown immediately.
So, again, Logan Lunsford back there to punt it away. I mean, there's all kinds of room out there.
Boy, the Wildcats better learn from that. Nobody was taking the outside and cutting it off.
So 4th and 22 now. Snap a little high, but Lunsford will get it off. Good punt. Taken at about the Wilmington 48. And Jack inside the 45. Still going down to the 43-yard line of Herscher. And that's where Wilmington will start 1st and 10. And what has been a very long, very bizarre second quarter.
Yeah, it's been one of the most unusual ones we've ever seen.
And there's still 4 minutes to go in the half. We keep going at this rate, we're going to be here till 2 o'clock in the morning. Is there like a curfew in Wilmington we'd be breaking?
I don't know. I don't think there is. Well, there might be.
1st and 10.
For the lights being on like this, it might.
For Wilmington from the 43 of Herscher. Everything packed in. This is pitched back to Shaw inside the 40. Still going inside the 35 all the way down to the 33-yard line. That will be a gain of 10, close to 11. Let's say 11, and a Wilmington first down.
Well, he's had, last 3 times Shaw has touched the ball, he's had runs of 11, 9, and 11. So he's had 31 yards in rushing in the last 3 times he's touched the ball.
So 1st and 10 from the 32, 3:24 and counting here in the half. Pitch comes near side. This is Rodewald inside the 30, inside the 20, breaks a tackle and gets all the way down to the 15-yard line. And another flag is down.
I think Rodewald was complaining of face mask.
There's another flag down on the far side. And it appears that once again, this is on Wilmington. Although at some point, you would think this would need to come to a stop. It would be a gain of 17 pending. But we have, again, an unsportsmanlike conduct on Wilmington. So that will back it up from the 15. And Coach Ferentz all the way out to the numbers, telling them to get things under control. So it ends up being a gain of 3, well, maybe 2.
They got an 18-yard gain, then they marked out 15-yard penalty.
And I mean, at some point here, this isn't entirely one-sided. I mean, there's been a punch thrown. There's been other things happening. Why do they move the chains on the far side? Like, it's 1st and 10 from the 30. So it was moved back out after the first down. And so they reset the chains because of the dead ball.
Yeah, the penalty was after the play was over.
Okay, that makes sense. Everything packed in here. Pitch comes back to Shaw, trying to get to the outside. And down to the 30, and he's stacked up there. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So down to 2:45 to go in the half. I got a funny feeling coming out after halftime, you're going to see some things. Just have a feeling. So Hopwood up under center. Pitch comes back to Shaw as he will bang down inside the 25 to near the 24-yard line after decent run there. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. So a gain of about 6 yards. Again, Wilmington using plenty of time here. So again, Hopwood back up under center. Pitches it left side. This is Rodewald, breaks free, and Jake Rodewald into the end zone.
Any flags?
A 24-yard touchdown run, and that one will stand. So Jake Rodewald got free in the end zone and then took off, or got free at the line of scrimmage and took off into the end zone as the Cats now lead it 27-7 with 1:45 to go in the half. So Richards comes on, good snap, good hold, and the kick is good as well. 28-7 is the lead for Wilmington with 1:45 to go in the first half. Take a break, back with more Cats football in just a moment.
The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous Dirtworm Sundays. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, buy online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
So Wilmington leads it 28-7 with 1:45 to go with the half. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show. Brought to you by Pro Real Estate. We'll have a check of your first half stats. We'll also give you a full rundown of the IHSA football scoreboard. Brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. That kick taken at the 14-yard line and run out of bounds on the far side. So Herscher will have it 1st and 10. So again, if you're Herscher, do you take any sort of legitimate shot here? Or you just try to run out the half and regroup a little bit?
I think I think I would just run out the clock. But
we'll see. They got everybody spread out again.
They haven't.
2 receivers to either side.
They haven't brought a lot of holiday cheer with them. So
again, Holm out of the shotgun here. 1st and 10 from the Herscher 27. Holm jots back, fires near side. That is caught. Once again, kind of churning ahead is Camden Burns. Man, is that kid hard to bring down. Pick up About 8 yards in the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
Tell you what, they can't hardly tackle him.
Down to 1:15 to go in the half. Again, 2 receivers to either side. Holm out of the shotgun, takes the snap, pressure. That pass deflected and almost intercepted. It was deflected by Richards on the right side and came back over and was almost picked off on the left side.
Boy, that was close.
And it just shot about 20 feet across the field and was almost picked off, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
I guess you've had your answer. Are they going to just run out the clock or not? They're not running out the clock. They're going for it. They've got actually nothing to lose, I suppose.
So it'll be 3rd and 2. Evan Cox in there in the backfield. Let's see if they actually run the ball to try to get the 1st down here. And there is movement up front. See who this is on. It is, well, let's see. False start on Herscher, so it goes from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7. And now that will make things a little more difficult for the Tigers.
There's been six penalties on Herscher and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Wilmington, but the ones on Wilmington, 2 15-yarders.
So 3rd down and 7 from the Herscher 32-yard line. Again, 2 receivers to the far side, trips to the far side. I didn't see the guy all the way over near the sideline. 1 to the near side. Handoff goes up the middle. This is going to be enough for a 1st down. Still going all the way out across midfield down to the 48 on the run. Goes Cody Lunsford.
Man, that's a run there.
A gain of 21 yards.
I mean, he was running through everything. Somebody's going to have to start tackling around the ankles instead of grabbing around the waist. All you're becoming is a lead weight on him.
So clock runs as Herscher gets on the move. They're not going to score before the half, and they're taking a whole bunch of time. So a handoff. That goes nowhere as A.J. Myers drops the back at midfield. That was Cody Lunsford for a loss of 2. Bring up 2nd down and 12, and then we have a timeout on the field. We'll take a break, come back with more in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
2nd down and 13 upcoming here for Herscher with 37 and a half seconds to go here in the first half. Well, my goodness, this is like, I don't know if I've seen a timeout go this long. I could have played a couple more ads at this point. I'm still trying to figure out what that head official is doing. Looks like he's trying to land a jet at the airport. I don't know what.
Yeah, he flips around.
Anyway, it's 2nd down and 13. I'd like to go ask him what all that's about. As Holm drops back to pass, fires up the far sideline. That is incomplete. And nothing out there, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 13 for Herscher. Good coverage out there for the Wildcats. Again, if you're Herscher, I don't know if I would mess around a whole lot. but they managed to pick up 3rd and long a couple of times tonight. 2 receivers to either side. Out of the shotgun is Holm with Lunsford now to his left. Yep, 3rd down and 12 from midfield. Holm jots back the pass, fires far side, caught again and again. And down to the 40-yard line goes Camden Burns on a gain of 10. And a timeout to Herscher to run what will effectively be a 4th down and 3 play. So we'll take one more break. We'll come back, get things done for this first half in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
23 seconds to go here in the first half. Herscher faces a 4th down and 3 from the Wilmington 40. 2 receivers to either side. Holm out of the gun with Lunsford to his left. As Holm taking his time here. Trying a long count. Now takes the snap, rolls, and fires down the left sideline. Incomplete, overshot everybody. And Wilmington will take over 1st and 10 from their own 40. Now, if you're the Wildcats, go ahead and hand that thing off to Shaw or Rodewald and see if he can break one, because that has happened before. So 1st and 10 here for Wilmington from their own 40. Again, Wilmington, everything packed in here. Let's see if they actually run a play or two. And the Cats will take a knee and end the first half. Welcome into the halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate here on the Christian Internet Sports Network at pro-homes.net. We'll take a break, come back with the first half stats and a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. We'll do that here in just a few minutes on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
Back here on the Halftime Show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net or at 815-476-7916. 28 says the lead for Wilmington here over Herscher. We are at Homecoming 2019, so that's why this halftime is going to go on a little bit longer than normal. Matter of fact, about 23 minutes or so for halftime as the Cats lead at 28-7. Your first half totals, first off for Herscher rushing the football, Blake Holm, 2 rushing attempts for 1 yard. Cody Lunsford ran the ball twice for 3 yards. Ethan Cox, 3 for 0 yards in that first half. So Herscher, 7 rushing attempts for 11 yards. Through the air, Herscher, 10 of 20 for 135 yards and a touchdown. Blake Holm completed passes to Cody Lunsford for 21 yards, to Josh Kirsten, 1 reception for -9 yards, and 8 receptions for 123 yards and a touchdown for Camden Burns. So 135 yards to the air, 11 on the ground. Or, 4 yards on the ground. Okay, I misread that. That's 109 yards for Herscher. So Wilmington on the ground. Keaton Hopwood, 2 rushing attempts for 92 yards and a touchdown. He had 1 79-yard touchdown run. Trey Shaw, 12 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown. And Jake Rodewald, 10 carries, 103 yards, and 2 touchdowns. A.J. Myers, 1 carry for 1 yard. Wilmington, 25 rushing attempts, 296 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Keaton Hopwood ended up being, I think, officially 0 for 2 with an interception. There was 1 pass that was completed, but it was called back for an eligible receiver downfield. So the Cats with 296 yards of offense total. They outgain Herscher 296 to 139 in that first half of play. All right, we'll take another timeout. When we come back, we'll get to the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll get to that here in just a few minutes. We have an extra long halftime tonight because of homecoming, and I'm sure we have plenty of scores to fill the vast majority of that. So we'll be back with more of your halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net or 815-476-7916. We're back in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous dirt worm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
What's up, man? Good to see you're here. Do you want a beer?
No thanks, I don't drink.
Oh, come on, relax. Have some fun. Everyone else is drinking.
We have a lot to do tomorrow, and I can't be all hungover from drinking.
Yeah, I'm having enough trouble with school, and sports, and clubs, and so much stuff. I don't have time to be worrying about if I got caught drunk.
Come on, man. This will help relax your mind and worries, and you'll have a good time.
Oh, man, cops. Run. We better book it out of here.
I'm so glad we weren't stupid and didn't drink. I know, right?
The Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community is committed and proud to bring programs and resources to help area residents. Our mission is to build a safe, productive, and substance-free community through these programs. The issues and problems that come with alcohol and drug abuse are very real, and the effects can be devastating. If you or anyone you know is in need of help, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with Sebring Goodman Teen Institute, ONDCP, and SAMHSA.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
Back in the halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net. Sorry, 815-476-7916. As Wilmington leads it 28-7 over Herscher here at the half. Well, it's been an interesting night thus far as Herscher got the first points of the game. They scored quickly and led 7-0, and Wilmington has scored now 28 unanswered points to lead here at the half. All right, let's see if we can have a check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. Boy, this has been a massive work in progress tonight. Let's start with the Illinois Central 8 football scores. So the ICE Conference, Lyle leads Reed Custer 28-6. That game is at the half. Coal City leads Mantino 28-7. That game's also at the half. And Piatone and Streeter are tied at 14 at the half. So that's an interesting little update there. So again, from the ICE, Lyle 28-6 over Reed Custer, Coal City 28-7 over Mantino, and Streeter and Piatone tied at 14. All of those games at the half. Sycamore leads Morris tonight 14-7. It's Rochelle 21, Sandwich 7. That game is at the half. Seneca takes on Iroquois West. That's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Clifton Central 19-0 over Watseka. It's Ottawa 14, LaSalle Peru 6. Minooka leads Plainfield North 20-0. That game is at the half. Plainfield East 16, Joliet West nothing. It's Plainfield South 28-0 over Plainfield Central. Yorkville leads Oswego East. That's now 10-7. That game is at the half. Romeoville and Joliet Central will play tomorrow at 12:30. Caneland 28, Plano nothing. It's Joliet Catholic and St. Ignatius tied up at 7. IC Catholic leads Aurora Central Catholic. Get this, 49-0 in the second quarter. Good grief. Glenbard East 13-0 over East Aurora. It's Oswego and West Aurora tied at 14. That game's at the half. These other two games at the half as well. Nequa Valley 10-7 over Naperville Central. Mateo Valley and Naperville North tied at 14. Also at the half, DeKalb 14-0 over Wabanzi Valley. In the third quarter, it's Kankakee 52-0 over Thornridge. Bishop Mack a 28-7 winner over Wheaton Academy. Oddly enough, a yesterday final. That's interesting. Lincoln Way East 24, Lincoln Way Central nothing. It's Lincoln Way West 34-0 over Stagg. St. Rita and Providence, is that right? Scoreless at the half? Wow. Okay, what a defensive battle going on there between Providence and St. Rita. Talking about a monster game tonight, that would be it. Shepherd leads Oak Lawn 28-7. That's at the half. Evergreen Park and Summit Argo are scoreless in the second quarter. Crete Monee and Rich East will play tomorrow at noon. The Carmel Caravan 14-7 lead over Marist. That's at the half. In the first quarter, St. Lawrence 14-7 over Bennett. It's Richards 14, Rivas nothing. Lockport, wow. Lockport leads Bolingbrook 14-7 at the half. Man, that would be a massive upset if that actually took place. Lamont 21, Tinley Park nothing. It's Moline 27-7 over Galesburg. That's at the half. Buffalo Grove 20, Wheeling 7 in the second quarter. Let's see. Rolling Meadows 41-0 over Elk Grove. It's Streamwood 14, Elgin 8. That's in the second quarter. In the first quarter, Schaumburg and Hoffman Estates tied at 7. Mount Prospect 20, Hershey 17. That game is in the second quarter. Fenwick leads Marmion 14-7 in the second quarter. At the half, it's Vernon Hills 7, Highland Park nothing. Deerfield 47-7 over Maine East. It's Batavia 21-0 over Geneva. That's at the half. St. Charles East 17, St. Charles North 7. It's Wheaton Warrenville South 10, Wheaton North nothing. That game's at the half. Bartlett 14, West Chicago nothing. That game in the second quarter. Willowbrook 21-7 over Hinsdale South. It's Carmel and Marion Central Catholic tied at 7. Maine South leads Evanston 34-0. That game in the second quarter. Maine West 21-0 over Niles North. That's also in the second. Hinsdale Central 14-0 over York in the first quarter. In the third quarter, Glenbrook North leads Glenbrook South 7-0. Glenbard South 6-0 over Fenton. That's in the first quarter. Also in the first quarter, Glenbard North 9-0 over Lake Park. It's Glenbard West 21, Downers Grove North 7. That game in the second quarter. Niles Notre Dame 7, Montini Catholic nothing. That game in the first quarter. Again, if we go back to our earlier scores from the ICE conference, the Illinois Central 8, Lyle 28, Reed Custer 6, Coal City 28-7 over Mantino, Streeter and Piatone tied at 14. All of those games are at the half. Against Sycamore leads Morris 14-7, Rochelle 21, Sandwich 7, Minooka 20-0 over Plainfield North. That's pretty much most of your local scores. Seneca doesn't play till tomorrow. Plano losing big to Caneland. That's 28-0. So Palatine also leads Fremd 3-2. In case you're just scratching at the at the door trying to figure out the Palatine Fremd score, we now have that for you at 3-2. As I mentioned, I mean, when we say full check of a scoreboard, we mean literally everything that we could possibly find. So 28-7 is lead for Wilmington. By the way, the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. A big thank you to them for sponsoring that again this year. Wilmington leads at 28-7 at the half, and we still have a while. I mean, we got a good 8 minutes or so before the second half starts. So we'll take another break. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second half. We'll do that after this. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football and the halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Hey, Billy, where do you think you're going with that beer?
What's the big deal? He is at home.
Nice, Bob. Real nice.
Look, they're practically grown. They're juniors and seniors now, and they're here for the day. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that may be true for yours, but you can't let the others drink.
In Illinois, the social host law holds adults accountable for underage drinking.
If a minor who was drinking at your house injures or kills someone, you are guilty of a Class 4 felony. You get fined. You go to jail.
So, being the host, aka the adult, letting high schoolers drink is illegal.
Be their guide, don't provide. If you or someone you know abuses alcohol or drugs, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
28-7 is the lead for Wilmington here at the half over Herscher. Again, a big thank you to Pro Real Estate for sponsoring the halftime show throughout the rest of the year. Got a couple of minutes before we get the second half underway. By the way, we'll have another full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates a little bit later on in our postgame show brought to you by the Launching Pad. We'll get to that in just a little bit at the close of tonight's game. Now, Herscher came out tonight and was ready to go. As a matter of fact, they led it 7-0 in the first quarter. Now, Wilmington has since come back to put 28 unanswered points, but the problem has been that the Cats have not really been as dominating as you would have thought that they would have been in this game. I would be kind of surprised if Wilmington's not fired up and ready to go for the start of the second half.
Yeah, we didn't have the real firepower that you can't expect to come out with. They came out kind of half asleep, kind of lackadaisical almost. But they started picking up, and then by the time they picked it up, we started having penalties fall on us left and right. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach does the second half and see how he gets them going.
Well, and to be quite honest, Herscher came out. They were ready to go tonight.
Yes, they were.
And, you know, when we looked at a couple of guys tonight, Camden Burns really has had a fantastic night. This kid is a 5'9", 165-pound junior, and I'm going to tell you this much. He has been next to impossible to bring down. And you got to think that Wilmington has been that team that's been shutting down people running the football and have been a very sure tackling team, and then all of a sudden he's breaking every tackle he possibly had to.
He has. He's had 8 catches for 123 yards in that first half. And a lot of them were catches after, or yards after the catch, when you couldn't bring him down.
Well, 2:53 back there on the clock as they kind of re-rack the whole thing, as the Cats lead at 28-7. And, I thought that we were about ready to get back to second half football, and then all of a sudden there's 3 more minutes back up there.
I've never really understood that.
This has been a marathon of a halftime, by the way.
You get a lot of the football places do that. A lot of high school football, they run down the time at halftime, and then they start it all over again in 3 minutes.
Well, just a couple of minutes away from kickoff back here in the second half, and again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors here again tonight, as they've really done a nice job stepping up and allowing us to continue to do these broadcasts, not only this year but in past years as well, and hopefully going forward from this. I was looking at some things here tonight. Philadelphia Flyers, a 4-3 winner over Chicago Blackhawks, so they lose their opening game of the year, and that was in regulation too. Which
was that the one overseas?
Yeah, the global nonsense thing, whatever they're doing. I don't even know, where was that?
That was in. What was the name of the town?
I saw it earlier, and then I got busy doing a lot of other stuff and never really came back to it. Speaking of overseas, the Blackhawks are over there somewhere, and the Bears are in London.
That's true. The Bears. Bears in London.
Chicago teams are all over the world playing everywhere.
How about the loss of the Bears quarterback, Trubisky?
This is interesting.
Yeah.
I saw this story today, too. A Division III school that was involuntarily removed from its league because it was too dominant has been invited to make the jump to Division I.
Really?
Like, you know what? You're actually too good. We're not letting you do this anymore. The University of St. Thomas, which was expelled from the Minnesota Intercollegiate Athletic Conference in May for competitive reasons, has been invited to join the Summit League.
So they're moving up to Division I.
Well, and they're applying for a waiver, which is interesting because you're not normally allowed to go from Division III to Division I. I mean, you have to kind of move up through the ranks to get there.
Yeah.
But they're applying for a waiver to just try to get there. That's interesting. There's been a lot of weird stuff going on with the NCAA lately. That pay-to-play thing in California, start paying college athletes, well, for their likeness, not really paying them per game, but paying them for commercials and stuff like that.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I mean,
I
don't
both ways.
necessarily. I mean, but it has to be regulated. I mean, you can't just have every state just paying people whatever they want to pay them, because then it becomes a highest bidder.
Somebody said that they allot them X amount of dollars per year for the sport, and it's put in a fund for them when they graduate. They got some money to start out life on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter of how you structure that, because then all of a sudden, if you have Alabama and Notre Dame and Clemson, they're going to be paying people, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then other people will be paying them, $10 because they don't have any money in their program. It's going to be a little difficult.
It is.
So you got to figure out a way to police that. In any case, Herscher has it teed up, kicking off right to left. As we start the second half, there's a squib kick taken up at the 40. And Wilmington's going to have very good field position out near the 43-yard line to start the third quarter.
Uh-oh.
So Wilmington will have it 1st and 10.
Okay. Couldn't get my ink pen to agree with me, but it finally started writing again. Here they come up to the line of scrimmage. We're ready to roll.
All right, 1st and 10 for Wilmington. Everything packed in here. Once again, everybody right on that line of scrimmage. Handoff comes right side across the 45 all the way out to near the 49-yard line. Goes that run. As Trey Shaw picks up 5. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for Wilmington. Move it back to the 48 of the Wildcats. Again, I think everybody here tonight would have no problem with Wilmington just churning up clock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just go ahead and churn it on out.
The Cats trying to stay healthy and get a win at the same time, and that can be difficult to do at times, as we've seen so far this year. 2nd down and 5. Here's a handoff to Rodewald. Cuts it back inside the 45 to the 40 and gets all the way down to the 38-yard line of Herscher.
First down.
A gain of 14 and a Wilmington first down to the 38 of the Tigers. Again, we kind of thought that Wilmington would come out a little more fired up and ready to go here in the second half after kind of seeing a few things that happened in the first half that some guys weren't all that thrilled about. So again, the Cats having no problem allowing this clock to continue to roll. As a matter of fact, they're really letting it roll.
I don't think
Down
they might make
6 seconds as they rush up to the line here. They still have time. Rodewald's in motion, gets the handoff inside the 35, down to the 30. In fact, almost near another first down to the 29-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and a yard after a gain of 9 for Jake Rodewald.
Coach told him just run right at him.
So under 10 minutes to go in the third. Not really officiating crew, I guess, trying to get somebody switched out here because of what appeared to be an injury. I'm telling you, there's not a lot of extra bodies in that Herscher sideline.
No, there's not.
I mean, a handful, and that's about it. Clock rolls, 2nd down and a yard. Upwood up under center. Hands it off right side. This is Shaw inside the 15 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown Wilmington. Trey Shaw. A 29-yard touchdown run. And Wilmington now leads it 34-7 with 9:34 to go in the third quarter. Well, we thought that the Cats would be ready to go for the ending of this third quarter, and they are. Like we said, sometimes you don't really want to wake a sleeping bear.
That reminds me of World War II and the Japanese attack on the Japanese soldiers. I think we've awoken a sleeping giant.
Sometimes when you go poking around a little bit, that kick is good, and it'll make it 35-7, the lead for Wilmington with 9:34 to go in the third. Take a break. Come back for more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
$9:34 to go in the third. As Wilmington leads it 35-7 over Herscher.
Two minutes and 26 seconds to score that touchdown.
So Alan Richards will approach here. Kick is a shorter one, taken down to the 20, down to the 18-yard line. This is Cody Lunsford trying to reverse field, and that wouldn't go anywhere. So Herscher will start 1st and 10 at the 23.
You see the way he tackled him? Came down and got both ankles. He wasn't going anywhere after he got him.
So 1st and 10 for Herscher, and the problem for the Tigers is this. They throw the ball a lot. And if you go 3 and out repeatedly here, this could start snowballing quickly. But let's see. I mean, when you have Camden Burns out there, you should be using him on a regular basis because they have had all kinds of problems tackling him tonight.
You got 2 guys going out here with 1 defensive player.
So Herscher, I don't think they're going to get the play off, and they don't. As a timeout to Herscher. They tried to run the Wildcat, but they never even got to it. 9:27 to go in the third. 35-7 the lead for the Cats. Back with more in a moment. Sonny Bush, the Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
On the jet sweep in the far side, out of the Wildcat. The run goes for a gain of 5 or so.
It's one of their better running plays.
Looks like, I thought it said 31, but there isn't. It is 31, but there isn't a 31 on this list, so, you know.
31. Well, I'll put
and I don't
31.
even see a 37, so there you go. 2nd down and 5 for Herscher from their own 29. Again, what you would call Wildcat formation, and that did not work. And I mean, that got blown up in a hurry.
Wow.
And Camden Burns just got laid out by Jaron Allen. I mean, there was no chance of that play working. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 9. You want to talk about stopping somebody in their tracks.
Man.
That was it.
He hit him like he was cutting his sides, cutting down his weed.
So 3rd down and 9. Trips receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Again, out of the shotgun is Blake Holm. Herscher's shown some flashes tonight. Out of the shotgun, past the far side. That is incomplete. That will bring up 4th down and 9. It's like we said, if you're Herscher, if you're going to go this route and you're going to be throwing the ball nonstop,
I noticed when the
it's
receiver
going to be a
there
problem.
Missed the ball, was over their head. He came right toward the Wildcat, and the Wildcat put his hands up and backed up. Evidently, coaches told him, keep away from them.
stay away from everybody.
Don't get drawn into more penalties.
So Jack Narine back at his own 40. So Logan Lunsford to punt it away. And this bounces, picked up at the 46. Narine to the 45 of Herscher, down to the 44, and takes it to the 43. And Wilmington will start their 1st and 10. Sure to join us next week, right back here at 6:40 from Becker Field here at Reed Stadium, as the Cats will be back at home to take on Reed Custer. And then in 2 weeks, Wilmington will hit the road to take on Coal City. Get all those games right back here as Wilmington will face 1st and 10 from their own 43. See how deep Barry goes into his bag of tricks. I'm guessing not very deep. I don't really think it's a necessity tonight.
No.
1st and 10 from the 43 of Herscher. And Hopwood rolls out as soon as I say that, looks downfield, fires it deep downfield, and I don't know where that was headed to, but it's intercepted.
That was.
Wow. Okay. Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for Herscher at their own 7-yard line or so. I don't know where that was going, but the only person out there were Herscher defenders.
Yeah, there was nobody close enough to catch it. One Wildcat came across some end zone back, and it looked like he just.
I think that's ultimately where he was trying to go, is to that deep receiver, back toward the end zone. But he got hit kind of as he was releasing it, and it didn't get anywhere near anyone. So 8:06 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Herscher gets the ball back. Blake Holm out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from their own, let's call it the 8 or so. Holm jots back, looks left side, throws that. And that's a nice grab. Too bad it's for no yards, but that's a really nice catch.
Yeah, it was.
On the near sideline. I think Richards ended up making the tackle. It was Cody Lunsford, who actually made a really nice catch, kind of had to tip it back to himself for a gain of a yard. We'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Well, I had down for none. Okay, 1 yard.
Catch like that, I'll give him credit for a yard. Two receivers to either side. Holm out of the shotgun, fires far side. That is caught, and again dropped immediately off the catch. And it'll bring up 3rd down and long.
He got almost a yard.
I believe that's Camden Burns again. A gain of a yard will bring up 3rd down and 8 with 7:05 to go in the 3rd. So 2 receivers to either side. Holm out of the shotgun here. Actually now trips receivers to the far side. 2 back to the near. Holm fires near side. Almost intercepted as that pass was off the mark. Matter of fact, Holm tried to fire it out before any receiver was really looking, and it'll bring up 4th down and 8. A couple of receivers out there, but just nobody looking back at all.
Well, we're down to almost halfway through the 3rd quarter.
So again, Jack Narine back at his own. All the way up to now the Herscher 45. Matter of fact, he's still moving up all the way to the Herscher 40. Snap a little high, but the kick here is taken at the 32. Narine inside the 30, down to the 25, and this is going to be a ridiculously good field position for Wilmington. We'll start the drive at about the 20. So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the Herscher 20. And tonight, it's been nothing flashy from Wilmington, just kind of consistent running game. Cats have tried to go to the air a few times, but not really with any success, other than the one really nice pass to Rodewald that was a touchdown initially. It was called back for an eligible man downfield. So 1st and 10 from the 20. Pitch comes near side, inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line goes Trey Shaw. Bring up 2nd down. Call it at 8. Down to 6:10 to go in this third quarter. Once again, Wilmington taking all kinds of time. Matter of fact, you can kind of watch Keaton Hopwood looking over to the sideline to Barry to stand there, and Keaton just taking his time, lets the clock get down to about 20 seconds before he even looks. Again, back to the double wing. Keeping it this time is Hopwood, as he'll get down to the 15, a gain of maybe 3 more. It'll bring up third down and 4, close to 5.
Are you going to say this again? Is Barry going to bring something out of the bag of tricks?
Nah, I don't think so. I think
Last time you did that, we threw an interception.
We got a run play here, and then if that doesn't go for a first down, you'll see Alan Richards come on and attempt another field goal. That's one thing the Cats have been kind of working on a little bit. Something that they might need later on is that field goal usage. So Hopwood up under center, third down and 5. Keaton drops back to pass, fires it near side, caught for a touchdown.
Wow.
That's touchdown. Jake Rodewald for a 15-yard touchdown reception, and Wilmington leads it 41-7. And just there twice tonight, I said there's no chance Barry's doing anything other than run the football, and he threw it twice.
Oh boy. Now get this. We've had 5 passes thrown, 2 interceptions, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
But we should have had 2 touchdowns.
So 41-7 pending the extra point from Richards here. Good snap, good hold. The kick from Richards is good.
Good.
And Wilmington leads it 42-7 with 4:58 to go in the third quarter. Take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous dirt worm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
So Wilmington leads it 42-7. 4:58 to go in the third quarter. Again, the Cats kicking off left to right. As Richards approaches and just kicks it shorter up across the 20 to the 22, and the return all the way out near the 35 as Herscher will start there, 1st and 10.
Herscher will start at about his own 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
So let's see what Herscher tries to do here, although the offense, other than the very first drive of the game, has not really gone anywhere other than pick up a first down every now and then. And shotgun formation here for Blake Holm.
I have one play for them. Throw it to Burns.
It's not a bad play. Here comes Burns in motion. Holm rolls left side, looking downfield, fires it up the sideline, and that is incomplete. Actually, I thought it was going to be caught initially.
Yeah,
out near midfield. Trey Shaw had the coverage, and
I thought he was going to come up with it too.
Yeah. It was intended for number 80, and once again, I don't have an 80 on my roster. That's 2 players now that I don't have anything for. I'll bring up 2nd and 10 off the incomplete pass. There is a player down for Herscher
Oh, no.
Out at the 46, almost the 47-yard line, and the Tigers cannot afford any injuries. They're already razor thin as it is. And let them take a look. Let's take a break. We'll come back with more Cats football in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
So the injured player for Herscher was Talon Jones, although he did get up and jog off the field, so didn't appear to be anything serious. Two receivers to the near side, two to the far. Blake Holm out of the shotgun here. Chops back to pass, fires near side. That is caught. And converting for a first down is Cody Lunsford. He'll pick up about 12 yards. And a Herscher first down out to the Tiger 46. As Kyle No comes off and Brad Stacy back in for Wilmington. So 1st and 10 for Herscher from the 46-yard line. Again, two receivers to either side. Holm out of the shotgun will take the snap and hands it off up the middle. Out to midfield goes the run by Evan Cox, and it will make it a 2nd down and 6. So again, Wilmington okay with this if Herscher wants to use clock.
Yeah, the more they use it for Wilmington, the better.
Well, it's kind of hard to read your wristband of plays if the wristband keeps falling off, which is what's happening over here on the near side. Keeping it is Holm, and that ended up not being a very good idea. Blake Holm is thrown backward after maybe a gain of a yard.
Wow.
Richards in on the stop, along with Cam Holman. Bring up 3rd down and 5. So two receivers to the far side, two back to the near. And again, out of the shotgun is Holm with Evan Cox to his left. And Holm fires far side, incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down and 5. We'll see if Herscher just goes ahead and goes for it. I mean, at this point, why not? I mean, might as well roll it on out there.
We'll
say
42-7.
If I needed a 4th and 5, I know who I would go to.
Yes. If you get it in his hands.
Yeah, I'd find a way to get the ball in the hands of Camden Burns. I know that much.
I tell you what.
I don't even know if I had to line him up in the backfield to give him the ball. I mean, something.
Takes two guys in a semi-truck to stop him.
The only time they really have is when he was in that Wildcat formation. Trips receivers to the far side, one back to the near. Holm out of the shotgun, drops back, fires. It is caught, and it's not going to be enough for the first down. Good coverage out there. I believe that's Shaw. He ended up being caught by Cody Lunsford, but only gets about 5 yards. And Wilmington will take over 1st and 10 with 3:01 to go in the 3rd quarter. Now, if Wilmington can get the ball in the end zone, then you would visit the running clock here tonight, which I think everyone in attendance would be fine with.
Yes, I'm sure they would be. Even the opposing team.
Yes, I think everyone is interested in getting this game over as soon as possible. So again, Hopwood up under center here. 1st and 10 from the Wilmington 46. Everybody packed into the double wing. In motion is Shaw, gets the handoff across midfield, runs over a defender down to the 48, almost the 47 of Herscher.
Oh, no.
Picks up about 3 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 3 for Wilmington from there. So again, Hopwood just looking over toward the sideline, being patient here as comes down to 12 seconds to go on that play clock as Keaton gets them all up to the line. 2nd down and 3. Pitch back to Rodewald inside the 40, makes a great move, gets down to the 36. And you can give 11 more yards to Jake Rodewald as Jake Friddle, Carson Hansen, Dan Sanders all check in for Wilmington. Jack Narine in as well.
That's good.
So the Wildcats and their coaching staff taking absolutely no chances with any starters tonight.
Comes Hopwood out.
So 1st and 10. And snap is dropped by Jack Narine. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Again, be sure to join us next week. Wilmington at home to take on Reed Custer. 6:40 start time on Friday night. Speaking of teams that are struggling a little bit, Reed Custer would be on that list.
Yes, they would be. 5 seconds and counting.
2nd and 10 here. Narine pitches it off the left side. Down to the 30, still churning down to the 28 goes Dan Sanders, the 5'10", 140-pound junior. Sanders churns up a good 7 yards or so. It'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 3.
Nice
Wilmington
run.
still has that offensive line in there, the starters, so they've only replaced the backs and the quarterback, so it's making a few changes, but not wholesale changes quite yet.
I'd like to get that other touchdown and get on a running clock.
So Ryan has him back up to the line. 3rd down and 3 from the Herscher 29-yard line. And pitch off the right side, and this is going to be enough for a 1st down. A gain of about 4 more. Trying to see who ended up with a football, but that's Jake Friddle on the carry. So he'll pick up a good 4, maybe 5 yards. Friddle, the 5'11", 160-pound sophomore, getting some time here tonight, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Wilmington leads at 42-7, heading to the 4th. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
42-7 is the lead for Wilmington here at the start of the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. And again, ball is free and ends up being covered up after the snap by, I think that's Dan Sanders who ended up getting on it. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 11.
Who gets credit for that?
Well, I guess Sanders technically because he recovered it, but
does he get credit for? Is he the one that fumbled it?
No, that's Ryan technically. So it's a loss of a yard on that play.
So I'll give him the loss.
So Wilmington again using the entire play clock here. Down to 6 seconds on that. And Ryan under center. Pitches it back off the left side and churning ahead and stepping on a defender to try to get down near the 21-yard line is Dan Sanders. I mean, he just saw a pile and just started running over the top of it. Picks up a couple of yards. Bring up 3rd down and 9. Be interesting to see if Wilmington doesn't pick it up on this 3rd down if they try another long field goal.
Wow, that'd be a long one. About 40-yarder.
Line up under center, and somebody was way offside. Almost ran all the way across and hit a lineman. So offside on Herscher, so it goes from 3rd and 9 to 3rd and 4.
By the way, the penalties have helped to then and quieted down.
Be sure to stick around for our post-game show tonight, brought to you by The Launching Pad. Thank you to them for sponsoring things this year. We'll have a check of the final stats for tonight. We'll talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Reintz, and we'll also have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. And we have a timeout for Wilmington. 10:07 to go as the Cats lead at 42-7. Back with more in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Third down and 4. As Ryan under center as the handoff goes right side. Big hold, pushing ahead is Jake Friddle, and he's going to have another first down, a gain of 6, close to 7. And Wilmington will have it 1st and 10. The ball at the 11-yard line or so of Herscher. That clock continues to roll. And if Wilmington can get a touchdown here, it would pretty much end everything because the clock would just keep spinning from there on out. So DeRine up under center. He's going to keep it himself. Has a big hole up the middle. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Still going. He's going to score. Jack DeRine just kept going.
Wow.
Looked like he was going to be stacked up at the 5, and he just kept going, ended up in the end zone. Almost disappeared in the middle of everything. It's now 48-7. The lead for Wilmington pending the extra point. And fairly shortly here, that clock will continue to roll once the Wildcats kick off, as Richards will come on and get set to attempt the extra point. That was an impressive run from Jack Narine.
Here comes number 72 in the lineup.
The Wildcats, I don't even know, do they have 11?
Oh,
they got
no.
11 of them. So Narine to hold, and the kick is good by Richards. And the Cats lead it 49-7 over Herscher. 9:28 to go. Take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
49-7 is the lead for Wilmington here. 9:28 to go. Once they end up kicking this thing off, clock should run and keep doing so. Which, again, I don't think anybody's going to complain about at this point. This game has gone on for a long time.
A long time.
And we're at 2.5 hours. This is all have 9 minutes to go in the fourth. So the kick here comes down to the 20, kicks sideways. And now picked up at the 17. And we'll stop right there. So the clock will continue to roll as Herscher will have it 1st and 10. You'll see a little bit of everybody out there now for Wilmington defensively.
That's the 28-yard line.
So trips receivers to the far side, one back to the near. Shotgun formation for Herscher. Down to 8:40 to go. Pass on the far side, caught. Out across the 30 to near the 32-yard line. So a gain of about 15 yards. And a Herscher first out. I believe that was Talon Jones on the reception. So down to 8 minutes to go in the game. And two receivers to either side. The pass the far side caught. Out to the 40-yard line, a gain of 8 more. Pass caught by number 80 again, who is not in any program here. The clock rolls down to 7:35 to go in this one, and it will keep rolling since it's 40-plus points. Two receivers to either side. Again, Holm out of the shotgun here. Snap, fires left side. That is incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 2.
And Wilmington's dropped back, only rushing 3 guys now.
Should have joined us for the post-game show coming up here in a little bit. Brought to you by the Launching Pad. So we'll have a full check of the stats from this one. So talk to Coach Reitz.
Comes a couple more guys in.
And a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard. Brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates.
Tell you what, Burns would have the backups to run against. He could run all day, I imagine.
So Holm will hand it off. Decent hole out across the 45 to near the 47. I believe that's Evan Cox again. Gain of 7 more yards and a Herscher first down. So Wilmington continues to shuttle guys in and off, trying to get everybody in this one.
I say he's putting everybody he can get a hold of in there.
I say he's going real deep in the roster tonight. So 1st and 10 for Herscher from their own 47. Trips receivers to the near side, one to the far. Holm again out of the shotgun. Well, hand it off. This is Evan Cox breaking a couple of tackles. He lost the football, and Wilmington's going to get it. As the Cats force a fumble, and Wilmington gets it back after a gain of 13 yards for Evan Cox. The ball got stripped from behind, and Wilmington gets it back as they'll have 1st and 10 with 5:30 to go in the game.
That was second, third stringers in there. Forced that fumble.
Not only that, but now a timeout used by Wilmington.
Trying to get organized.
Yeah, trying to figure out who's going to be in there or what you're going to do. So we'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
So Wilmington will face a 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. The Cats will have it 1st and 10. So Carson Hansen will head into that fullback position here just a little late. Pitch goes to, I believe this is Sanders, who will get a yard or two. Bring up 2nd down and long. By the way, that's Justin Walensky in there handling the quarterback duties for Wilmington now. Down under 5 minutes to go in this thing. Walensky, a 6'2", 160-pound junior.
Man, they're shuffling people back and forth. I don't know how they know who's playing what.
So down the 4:45 to go in this one. Back to the double wing here. 2nd down and 8. Pitch goes off to Sanders again. As pick up a yard, maybe 2 off that right side. Bring up 3rd down and 7. As Kyle Lewis and Derek Homerding will check back in along with Cougar Forsyth. So 4 minutes to go now as the clock continues to roll. So pitch comes off the left side as this gets churned out all the way near midfield.
Well, he's on about a yard short of the
that's
first down.
Kyle Lewis on the carry. So pick up about 6 more yards, bring up 4th down and a yard for Wilmington. And if the Cats can pick up a 1st down here, then
just about finish it out.
Pretty much do it. So Linsky brings him back up to the line. 4th down and a yard, 3:15 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Walensky pitches it back off. Is that Lewis again? Down to the 47. Picks up 4 more yards. And now Wilmington will have a fresh set of downs.
2:59 and counting.
So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 47 of Herscher.
Tell you what, that takes something just to keep up with the substitutions.
So Walensky up under center, pitches it back off the left side. And this taken out to the 43 or so of Herscher by Kyle Lewis. Gain of 4 more to bring up 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington. We approach 2 minutes to go in this one. Again, next week, Wilmington and Reed Custer right back here at Becker Field at Rain Stadium. 6:40 start time here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Sure to stick around for the post-game show here tonight, brought to you by the Launching Pad. Final check of the stats here. We'll talk to Coach Raintz and also have one more check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. Pitch off the left side. This still going inside the 35, all the way down to near the 30-yard line. And another first down is a gain of 10 more yards. And that is that Chris LeMaster on the carry? I was trying to see who it was.
Number 33?
I thought it was Chris LeMaster, 25, 5'10", 185-pound sophomore. That's who I thought it was, but yeah, it is.
I have Chris LeMaster as 33.
Well, he's 25 and well, these are the alternate jerseys. He might be a different number in these. Down to 53 seconds, and Walensky is going to take a knee. And I believe that will do it here, as they're just going to let this clock run out. Wilmington wins it 49-7 tonight over Herscher on homecoming. We'll get things started here in the postgame show, brought to you by the Launching Pad. After this, we'll check your final scoring totals and have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard as well. Back here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
The Launching Pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous dirt worm sundaes. During your stop at the Launching Pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the Launching Pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
Welcome into the postgame show brought to you by the Launching Pad right here in Wilmington. Done a great job getting that place back up and running, so be sure to stop by and check everything out over there, including the Gemini Giants. As the Cats win it 49-7 tonight, remain undefeated at 6-0 on the year, and will probably keep that number 1 spot in 3A going into next week. Well, we have a couple of things we got to get to here tonight. We need the final stat totals here in just a moment. We also have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll get to that here in just a moment as well. Sure to join us next week back here on Friday night as Wilmington will take on Reed Custer at home. And what has been one of the weirdest weeks of high school football ever. The Friday night lightning thing that pushed everything to Sunday night. And then Wilmington went up there and played their version of Sunday night football, the only game in the state going on Sunday night. Managed to get a win at Lyle, and then they come back here 5 days later to have their homecoming game. And they win 49-7 over Herscher. And now Wilmington will get what will seem like a long time off between now and next Friday against Reed Custer. I'll talk to you, Coach Raines, here in just a moment. He'll be headed up here relatively quickly as we're trying to figure out the final stat totals here for you tonight. The Cats came out a little slow in the first quarter. Herscher put the first points of this game on the board and led it 7-0. And all of a sudden, Wilmington had to work a little bit. They then put 28 in a row up on the way to 49 in a row overall tonight and had a 28-7 halftime lead. Final stat totals, first off for the Herscher Tigers, rushing the football. Blake Holm, 3 rushing attempts for 2 yards. Cody Lunsford carried the ball 2 times for 3 yards. Evan Cox, 6 carries for 24 yards tonight. Camden Burns, 1 carry for -4 yards. And number 31, who's not in the book, 1 carry for 5 yards. 13 rushing attempts for 30 yards tonight for Herscher. Through the air, Blake Holm was 16 of 30 for 177 yards and 1 touchdown. Cody Lunsford, 3 receptions for 38 yards. Josh Kirsten, 1 reception for -9 yards. Talon Jones, 1 reception for 15 yards. And number 80 had 1 reception for 8 yards as well. Again, he was not in the book either. Camden Burns with the biggest night of everyone for Herscher. 9 receptions, 124 yards, and a touchdown. Herscher, 30 yards in the ground, 177 through the air, 207 yards of total offense tonight for the Herscher Tigers. For Wilmington, rushing the football, Keaton Hopwood, 3 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown came on a 79-yard run. Kyle Lewis, 3 carries for 14 yards. Dan Sanders, 4 rushes for 12 yards. Chris Lemaster, 1 carry for 10 yards. A.J. Myers, 1 carry for 1 yard. Jack Narine, 3 carries for 10 yards and a touchdown tonight. Jake Friddle, 2 rushes for 10 yards. Trey Shaw, 16 carries, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns tonight. Jake Rodewald, 13 carries, 142 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Wilmington on the ground, 46 rushing attempts, 428 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Through the air, Keaton Hopwood was 1 of 5 for 15 yards and a touchdown, along with 2 interceptions. Wilmington on the night, 443 yards of total offense. And they outgained Herscher 443 to 207 here tonight, en route to a 49-7 win for Wilmington here over Herscher. Joined now in the post-game show by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Frantz. And Coach, a little bit kind of a slow start here tonight, getting things out of the gate. But once everybody kind of got their feet under them, you rattled off 49 straight points and then got to see a bunch of guys there in the fourth quarter and get some time.
Yeah, no, be quite honest with you, we didn't do well tackling tonight. Too many open field missed tackles. Now, part of that is, boy, I tell you what, 34 burns for Herscher.
Yeah.
That's a good football player. I tell you, he is quick. Got great balance. And so, you tell your kids, the one thing I was happy about was I thought we were gang tackling all right. I know we were missing some tackles, but even after we made a move, I thought our kids were hustling. And so that was good. But we let them get up 7-0, missed tackling a big play, and then we settled down and played. They were doing some good things on defense, pretty big up front.
Yep.
And so we made adjustments as time went on, but eventually we got going, and it ends up being a real good homecoming game for us. A lot of kids get in. They've had a real good homecoming week, and so I'm real happy for our kids. And a little bit of distraction during the week with the homecoming stuff, and as well as we played Sunday, I think, I'm not sure if we maintain quite that level, which you can't do all the time. But glad to be home too, and a lot of fans here tonight. So it was real good night for Wildcat football.
Yeah, it's one of the strangest weeks that I can remember, having to wait until Sunday, and then you have that game Sunday night, and then you kind of have to cram that whole 7 days into 5 to get ready here, and throw in the mix some guys that you're getting back, Matt Sanchez and Cody Franz, and try to figure all of that out in just a couple of days is a lot to do.
I tell you what, you hit it right on the head here, and we started working on Herscher a little bit on Sunday morning, but you're not focused on that till you get done with Lyle. You're worried about that, and so we moved a lot of kids around during the night. Hopefully we get Spangler back next week. I want to take my hat off to the Sanford kid, Nick Sanford, and Kyle Noe. They came in and played for Spangler, and I thought they did a really good job for us. And so, and I think I'm going to talk to our trainer after tonight, but I think we hopefully got through without any injuries.
Yeah,
and so from a physical game from that standpoint, we might be as healthy as we've been going into next week.
Well, and then, you mentioned homecoming, and the kids get to enjoy that this weekend. Yeah. And then you get that weird kind of cross-town Reed Custer thing, and you always kind of look at schedules and stuff, but whenever those games happen, they tend, kind of like the Lyle game, there tends to be some strange things that go on in some of those games.
Exactly right. And it's your rival and stuff, and I know a lot of people will be talking about the Coal City game, which is understood with that coming up, but by the same token, I know Nick Klein over there and Gavin Johnson over there are their coaches, and they'll have something for us. Whenever the rivals get together, and we got, in a way, we have 3 in a row. We go Reed Custer, we go Coal City, and then don't forget Peatone's a great team, good team, and they're right down the road too. So whenever you get that going, there's always something that's going to happen. You're exactly right, and so. You got to make sure that you're communicating with as players and as coaches, making sure we're getting the game plan down. But it will be nice to have a regular week. It'll be nice to show up to film tomorrow and be able to watch a film instead of watching 15 plays what we had last week. And so, but that's the way it works in high school football, and we're all happy with tonight's win.
It seems like a home football game hasn't existed for most of this year.
My gosh.
Driving all over the place. And I think you hit on that the other night, going back and forth to Lyle a couple of times
twice.
Or whatever. To be back here and then be in this vicinity for the next 3 or 4 weeks has to be a big boost too.
No, it is. And, just like, we got we were at Oak Lawn, and then you go an hour south to Streeter. And then we get Mantino, and then we're back up to Lyle twice. And so, no, it's nice. It's nice. And we really appreciate, all the motorcycles, the cannon, all that the kids love it. And that's part of Wilmington football. And hopefully good memories for our kids.
Yep. Well, Coach, congratulations on a win tonight, staying undefeated, and keep it rolling into next week against Reed Custer.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate
it. Coach Jeff Frantz joining us here on the post-game show tonight, brought to you by the Launching Pad, as Wilmington wins it 49-7 to move now to 6-0 on the year. You know, we're going to have one more check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We do have finals tonight. Matter of fact, we're just going to hit the finals for now. Lyle 49-6 over Reed Custer.
Wow.
So when you think, I kind of extrapolate this out a little bit. It was, 27-6 last week? I'm trying to remember what that score is. My brain's not working tonight. But 27-6 over Lyle, and then Lyle beats Reed Custer 49-6. So, I mean, you can kind of do the math there. Mantino losing to Coal City tonight, 41-7. The Kohlers beat Mantino. Piatone ends up in the end stretching things out over Streeter. 33-14 is the win tonight for Piatone. Sandwich goes down to Rochelle. The Hubs 42-28 winners. Clifton Central 33-7 over Watseka. Manuka, it's now a final 34-0 over Plainfield North. LaSalle Peru 35-14 over Ottawa. Plano gets blown out again, 49-0 to Plano. IC blows out Aurora Central Catholic 56-0. Trying to see what other kind of major things we want to take a look at here before we get out. I can't get this thing. There we go. Finally. Okay. A few more finals. Of course, Bishop Mack yesterday a 28-7 winner. It was St. Francis defeating Aurora Christian 28-0 tonight. Aurora Christian was in the top 10 in 1A. Let's see. Just kind of bounce around here. IC gets we mentioned that 56-0 win tonight. Wanted to see if there's anything else I wanted to hit real quick. Let's just hit some more finals. Glenbrook North, 21-14 over Glenbrook South. 50-0 New Trier over Niles West. Bartlett, 49-7 over West Chicago. Wheaton Warrenville South, 17-6 over Wheaton North. It was Batavia, 49-0 over Geneva. Deerfield, 47-15 over Maine East. Vernon Hills, 16-7 over Highland Park. Hersey, 45-28 over Mount Prospect. Rolling Meadows 41-14 over Elk Grove. Couple more finals here tonight. Richards 37-0 over Revis. Bolingbrook did come back and beat Lockport, by the way. They were trailing, I think that was 14-0 at the half. And Bolingbrook ends up winning 29-14. Lamont 49-6 over Tinley Park tonight. Evergreen Park wins 49-0 over Summit Argo.
Really?
Okay. Oak Lawn goes down to Shepherd tonight, 29-10. Just some different people that Wilmington's played this year. St. Rita 22-0 over Providence as they shut out the Celtics tonight. Lincoln Way East, a big lead on Lincoln Way Central, 38-0. That's in the fourth quarter, and of course Lincoln Way East number 1 in 8A. That's your final check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred & Associates. Wilmington wins it 49-7 over Herscher. We're back here next Friday. Reed Custer comes to town, 6:40 broadcast time as the Cats get a big win tonight for starting off a little bit slow.
Yeah, we want to be sure we don't skip past Reed Custer in our planning to the big 2 games at the end of the year, because we got to get through Reed Custer first.
Absolutely.
And we'll look for him next week.
All right, we'll see you next week back here on the network. Cats win at 49-7 tonight. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. This has been Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.